Hello again, CS120. This is Gary Parker coming back at you. Well, last time we took a look at WordPress themes and posts. Today we're going to look at pages. So I'm still working here on the WordPress blog posts and pages assignment. So let me open that in a new tab. And to go with that, I'm going to need important links. Let's put that in a new tab. And just a note, anytime I do one of these recordings, they're going to show up in my playlist. And interesting, my new one should be there. They'll eventually get in there. All right, so the important link we're going to look at in a minute is electronic sources. So we need, excuse me, we started the 3 favorite books post, and we're going to do the amazing facts post also. The amazing facts post about your birthplace needs to have at least one source that's citable. So all the amazing facts can't be straight out of your head. You have to look something up. Excuse me. And then we're going to do pages about and portfolio. So a quick note on the post about amazing facts, and then we'll do the pages. So in my WordPress account, I want to add another post. And I had already started one, amazing facts about Rhode Island. And I have another fact here. Typing challenges today. So, excuse me. Usually you want to have the author, the title, who published it. Let's see, why is that? Who published it, and then where I can find it, and a date, usually the publication or the date that it was viewed by you. So if you're unsure about that, on the main page, important links, there's the Purdue Writing Lab. So there's a whole bunch of information about citations on their main page. In this class, we're only mainly concerned about electronic sources, and according to some English teachers I know, MLA style is pretty popular. So on this page right here, they say, okay, these are the types of things you want to have in your citation, and then they give some examples down here. So author's name, usually it's last name and then first name, the title, and it looks like that needs to be italicized. I put mine in quotes, who published it, when it was published, when it was accessed, and where I can find it. And for this class, any URLs like this, they need to be links. So when you click on them, you end up going to that place. So suppose again, I'm looking up information on Rhode Island. I think Wikipedia is a great source. A lot of people say it isn't, and most of those people don't know what they're talking about. It is true that anybody can go to Wikipedia and add entries and edit stuff. It is not true that those edits will make it into the public domain where everyone can see them. All pages that are of significance have a moderator, and the moderator controls what gets published and what doesn't for a lot of pages. So I can't just go in here and write whatever I want about Rhode Island and get rid of stuff. It's not allowed. But I can make suggestions to it if I log into my Wikipedia account, and then the moderator can then approve my suggestions or not. Often a moderator will approve suggested changes, and then somebody else will say, hey, this needs a citation. Citations are found by clicking on the superscripted numbers by a particular line. And then there'll usually be the information about that. Who wrote it? When did they write it? Where can you find it? So the big reason a lot of teachers don't let you use Wikipedia, and a big reason that matters, saying anyone can edit it is crap, is it's not a primary source of information, it's a secondary source of information. All the stuff here came from somewhere else. So if you look at the bottom of any Wikipedia page, there are a ton of original sources. Where's the bottom here? Come on. There we go. All of these are primary sources for information. So if you're doing a research paper, although Wikipedia will not be acceptable as one of your sources, you can look at the bottom of the Wikipedia page or find information that you like on the page and then go find out where they got it. So suppose you liked, let's say I was looking at number 28. So I can look at information about the abolition of slavery in 1652 in Rhode Island, and I can find an article about that, hopefully. Another thing about the internet, sites come and go, links change over time. So a link that existed when somebody first developed this might not exist today. So every once in a while I find a link to a primary source on Wikipedia that goes nowhere. This looks like it's going to go somewhere eventually. Come on, you can do it. All right, I'll pick a different one. Let's try largest Roman Catholic communities. There we go. And again, you get to pages that you can say, is this really a good source or not? This one I'm not sure about, so I might leave it and look for a different source. U.S. Census Bureau is a pretty good source. All right, so this one I trust. Whenever you get that information, you want to do a couple of different things. So if I was going to use this as a source, I'd want the author of it. Sometimes there is no author listed, so there's nothing at the top. I go into the bottom, and I do not see an author for this particular page. Sometimes they will be listed, or maybe a department to contact. Okay, don't see it. All right, so this one has no author, so then I would start it with the title of the article I'm reading. So that would be the title. Now, when I go to put that in here, a thing to note, let's see, I'm going to talk about the population. Probably about 1 million people right now. It's about the size of Umatilla County. It's got 1 million people. And I want to cite it as a source. So I'll add that after. If I just paste in what I just copied, it's going to grab the format of what I copied. So Control Z will undo that. I want to right click and paste as plain text. So then it comes in nice. And so I also want to know who published it. And so that would be the United States Census. And as far as a date of publication, well, this was probably published sometime in 2011, although it was the 2010 census. And I want the address. So the address is at the top here in the address bar. So to copy that URL, I click on it, it's highlighted, Control C to copy, Control V to paste. To make it a link here in WordPress, you highlight it and then click the link button. WordPress guesses that you want that as the link also. Now here we're going to take one other step before we apply it. We're going to go to the link options and we're going to say, open this in a new tab. That's always a nice feature. And I hit the wrong button to get out. Anytime that happens. Link and update. Come on, WordPress, seriously? Okay, try that a third time. Third time's the charm, right? Link, let's apply it, and then we'll edit the settings. New tab. Thank you very much. Okay, and then I want to add to that the date I referenced it, which is 2018 01 09. You can type whatever date format you want. That's not a huge deal. So again, you want information about that, author if possible, title, let's put the title in quotes, or I think we can italicize here. Okay, there it is right there. So let's italicize that. We can italicize this one while we're here. All right, so I got a couple of sources in here to go with my facts. Eventually, you're going to want 5 facts in there, so I'm going to update that. All right, so again, homepage, important links. One of the important links is electronic sources. Another thing that can be helpful, image search. Went over that in the last video. Pixabay is a nice one. Wikimedia Commons is a good one. Flickr, if you look for public domain images, and Creative Commons image search is another good one. If you just go to Google and search for an image, say I want images about Rhode Island. Chances are any image I want is copyrighted and I don't have the right to use it. So let's suppose I click on this image right here. Google image search always has this disclaimer at the bottom that says images may be subject to copyright, meaning Google doesn't know, you got to figure it out. If you can't tell, you can't use it. Okay, so somewhere you have to find a note that says you have the right to use it. And usually that means it's in the public domain and it's what's called a CC0 license, or maybe just a public domain license. But there's other what are called Creative Commons licenses, CC1 and so on. And there'll be more about that in the course later. But again, if you can't find that you have the right to use it by, say, visiting the page and clicking on the image. So usually if it's in Wikipedia, Wikipedia will say, hey, yeah, this is public domain, you can use it. In a lot of places, if it's public domain, you don't have to cite it. In this class, you do. So I would have to come back that it's with a recording that's a public domain image, and I would have to come back with the address of the place that I found it. Okay, next, pages. So we need to create 2 pages, one called About with a brief biography of yourself, and one called Portfolio that we'll fill in later. Pages are different than posts, and in your website, they appear differently. So let's view my website. Visit site at the top here. And here you can see my pretty image and my color scheme. And I have recent posts that are amazing facts and favorite books, and they're listed one after another in here. I don't have any pages except a home page right now. So we're going to go back to our dashboard and add pages this time, not posts. So you probably have a sample page there. Get rid of it. And then you're going to add a new page. And this one's going to be called About. And you're going to write at least a paragraph about yourself. So you're going to type a whole bunch of stuff, and you're going to edit it, and it's going to look really great, and it's going to be interesting. And you're also going to put in a picture here. So again, to put in a picture, you have to add media. Here's me back when I was younger. And the picture can either be inline, or you can use one of these wrap or center options. And then if you ever want to edit the image again, you can edit the image. You can edit the original by cropping it, flipping it, rotating it. You can rescale it. You can change the aspect ratio, all kinds of fun options. We'll play more with image stuff later. And let's publish that. We need another new page that's called Portfolio. And again, Portfolio. Pages are something we want to stick around for a while, like a contact us page, or a page about the policies for the place you're at, or a page with a current menu. Posts are things that come and go, like the weekly special, news about politics today, what happened in class yesterday. So those are posts. Posts come and go like news. Pages should stick around and always be available. Here, I don't have anything to post yet because we haven't done much, so I'm just going to write coming soon and publish it. So after you do your posts and your pages, you want to go and make sure when you view your site, things look right. So at the moment, when I visit my site, my pages aren't listed. So something's wrong with my menu. If you don't see your pages listed somewhere in a sidebar, a top bar, or a bottom bar, and mine are not here, I see my posts, but not my pages, then that means I have to go back and mess with my theme. So again, there's lots of different themes. Every theme is different. Some themes automatically do your menus. Some themes you have to go manually do your menus. My recommendation is you go to Customize. Under Customize, you use the Themes menu option. And then now here I have two different menus from playing around before. This one is currently set as my primary, but it's not adding new stuff right there. I forgot to click automatically add new top level pages. Top level pages are pages that you add related to other stuff. And it says here I have some invalid links. So let's, whoa. Oh, right, I redid those pages. Can I just get rid of those suckers? No, we delete these things. So right there, remove. I was messing with my site. Okay, so this should just work. Let's go save and publish. Now that I click that automatically add button and then get out of there and view the site. Let's open a new tab. And nope, that didn't work. Okay, so this particular menu is not behaving the way I want it to. So let's go back to Customize and Menus and we'll just manually add. Oh, there we go. Portfolio and About. And I want About to be first and then Portfolio. So you can change the order of them if you manually add them. Usually I like them to automatically add. I think it probably didn't automatically add them because I created them before. Technology can be tricky sometimes. Okay, so I think it showed me what I wanted to see there. New sites. All right, so now I can see those in there. I'm reconsidering my background image here. This text is kind of hard to read, so that's something I can change again if I want to. So play around in WordPress, have some fun with it. This is your website to do almost anything you want. Just keep it legal, keep it decent, and I won't have to intervene. So have a good day, do good computing stuff, and get in touch with me if you have any questions. I'll catch you soon.